from being It's not like it won't be used again. Well, when they contacted me, I was like, okay. Sounds good.
The Town of Evansville meeting now come to order. July 12th, 2021.
Okay, so Mayor Chad Edwards has to be excused tonight. Mayor Pro Tem Joseph Cano.
Here.
Councilmember Candace Machado. Here. Councilmember Michael Scott.
Here.
Councilmember Kathy Steinle.
Here.
Town Attorney Scott Murray.
Here.
Town Engineer Shane Porter.
Here.
Town Treasurer Lexi Erickson. Chief of Police Mike Thompson has to be excused tonight. Fire Chief Leo Lawson has to be excused tonight, and in his place is Assistant Chief Fire Chief Mark Cornett.
Here.
Public Works Director Paul Hanson.
Here.
Town Personnel under the rest of the citizens.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Where we now have the approval of the agenda. Seconded, anyone?
Moved.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Consent agenda. Approval of regular meetings for June 28th, 2021. And approval of bills.
I'll do that.
Seconded.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. 2, ordinance number 6-2021, an ordinance amending chapter 24 of the Evansville Municipal Code on second reading.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem and council members, ordinance 6-2021 is an ordinance amending chapter 24 of the Evansville Municipal Code. It's brought before you tonight on second reading, and this is changing the fees for transient merchant food trucks from $100 for 14-day permit to $25 for a 3 consecutive day permit. Brought before you tonight on second reading.
So I need a motion.
Need a motion in a
A
second?
motion that if
Second.
we don't have any other discussion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Motion carried. That's it. Get too used to being on that side. Number 3, engineers report.
Me already?
It is you already.
Got a couple things tonight on the secondary access road project. I have contractor pay estimate number 3. This is for their work in June. Total amount of pay request is $276,681.50, of which we'll actually make payment to them of $273,317.99 and withhold retainage of $3,063.51. So recommend a motion to pay Grant Peak Construction for pay estimate number 3 on reimbursement.
A motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, so with that, I have the grant drawdown request. We have 2 grants for the project. So the SLIP grant has a remaining balance of it of $23,069.83. And so I applied that portion or that amount of grant construction pay request for that. So the SLIP drawdown request is drawdown request number 8, and the total drawdown is $23,069.83 to have a remaining balance of the grant of draw this grant down completely. So recommend a motion to have the mayor sign and submit SLIP drawdown request number 8.
I'll motion that.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
So the remaining portion of the contractor pay request, I've applied to the Wyoming Business Council grant. This includes the remaining portion of the contractor pay request, like I said, of $253,611.67. Also has invoice for June of $13,827.73. So a total drawdown request amount of $267,440, and leaves a remaining balance of this on this grant of $197,479, and the majority of that will get drawn down on the request. So recommend a motion to have the mayor sign and submit drawdown request number 2 on the Wyoming Business Council.
I'll motion that.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
And that's all I have tonight. Spent enough money for tonight.
Till next.
All right, number 4, discussion,
I need a motion to approve the engineer's report.
motion to approve the engineer's report.
I'll motion that also.
Seconded? Motion carried. Or all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. All right. We can move on? Or no?
Yep.
Okay. 4, discussion on River Park Road speed limit and dogs running at large.
I wanted to address that I still am asking council and the chief of police, which has agreed with me, to put the miles per hour down to 10 miles per hour at Reshaw Park for safety reasons. I know I brought up about the safety reasons about children and families being down there, other people walking their dogs. I did bring up about the dogs at large, where people were letting their dogs run down Reshaw and they were following them with their vehicles and or having their dogs leashed and holding their hands out the window with their dogs running beside their cars. These are 2 separate things that we are going to have to address, and I am looking into addressing both of them. The one thing that I would ask to start this process would be an agreement of making it 10 miles an hour on Reshaw Park. So I'm asking a motion for that to be passed, please, and or read again. Anybody have a discussion or got questions for it?
Do we need to say that for the mayor? Or,
My only concern is that at the last council meeting, it was stated that it would be up for public discussion. So I don't know if you want to make a motion on it tonight or wait till the next meeting.
come on,
And just let them, maybe just at the next council meeting know that there will be action taken.
I'm fine with that.
is that okay?
Yep, that's
So
fine.
can we
We'll give the
table this
public
one?
One more meeting to address this.
You wouldn't necessarily table it, it's just discussion.
Just discussion?
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll,
Anybody else have discussion on it then or have questions for me as to why I want this passed?
Nope. I
Has
am
anybody else, or any other citizens come forward or talk to you about concerns, additional concerns since the last meeting that we had?
No, I have contacted, I had 4 to 5 different people over there in Reshaw in the new subdivision that have either emailed me or came to my house and contacted me personally, wanting to know what they can do or what our ordinance could do and what our ordinance said at the present time. Since then, I have went back and spoke to 4 of those people because I couldn't get a hold of the other person. They're still, their biggest concerns is the speeding and the safety and the dogs at large. I did let them know to come here tonight if they would like their voice to be heard. yeah, every one of them basically told me, this is why we voted for you. So I'm just trying to do my job.
After the last meeting, I went down there and tried to drive 10 miles an hour. I might as well have got out of my truck and walked.
You know, it is slow going 10 miles an hour, but it's very doable though. I think on a dirt road like that in front of a park, I think Kathy has a very good point on there. It is a safety thing because we do want to promote the safety of going to the parks, walking your dogs. I know a lot of people do walk the dogs down there. When people go, when you have a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, they try to push it, like Chief said last meeting, they try to push it to 25, 30 miles an hour. If it's at 10 miles an hour, they're still going to push it to 15 or 20. So by lowering it, though, I mean, it's not really going to be, it's going to be enforced, but they're still going to be pushing, that extra speed. So safety's a good thing.
Normal town speed limit is 30 miles an hour, correct?
20.
It's 20. Must be the Casper.
There are a couple of roads in town that are posted 30, but the majority of the streets are 20.
Yeah, I know Lathrop.
The frontage.
Let's hold that
So
over.
you want it on the agenda at the next meeting?
Yeah.
For a decision to be made on it?
I think so. That way, in case mayor has heard something that we haven't heard,
And maybe even the chief of police.
since neither one of them could be here today.
That's all I have.
Okay. Anybody else? All right. Number 5, public comments. Is there any public comments? Is there any public comments? Is there any public comments? No public comments. Can we adjourn? A motion to adjourn?
Promotion that.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Did we get that? 7:12.
Glasses on for that. I don't even wear glasses.
I had my on, and that's hard for me to see. That was,
Yeah.
Good job, Joe.
This one.
For the next budget though, for like a bigger clock.
bigger, definitely.
Maybe a digital one.
Yeah.
You know,
Easier.
even
This one, if you get-
even in the church, when